Hey y'all, this is Moni.
And this is Kat.
Hey Kat.
And
this is the Fake Ass Book Club. Wait, can we both say it or no? All right, guys, welcome back to the Fake Ass Book Club. This is your girl Moni.
And this is Kat.
Hey Kat.
Hey Moni.
You are cute.
It's so much cute in here right now. You gotta go to YouTube.
And I say it every single time, but it's true every single time. It's giving Barbie, it's giving heels.
It's a little. I have jewels.
I like
it's
it.
just like
Jewels
I'm
falling from the
dripping
sky.
all over. It's drip.
It's a vibe. And if you guys are watching, we're in a new spot this week. We are at Media Inc. So shout out to Media Inc. for hosting us this week. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. And we have guests because we are diving into the dynamic world of creative entrepreneurship and friendship. And we're also going to play a drinking game.
Yeah.
So yes, we have two remarkable individuals who are the driving force behind the virtual community Create, Connect, Collab. And our guests today are the co-founders and creative leaders. So without further ado, we would like to welcome you ladies to the show. Welcome.
You've already helped us so much.
I know.
I'm Latifah Wolfwork, founder of Socially Coordinated Consulting, doer of all the things. We do strategy, we do planning, we do all of those things. But today we're here to talk about our baby. Yes.
My name is Starla K. Mathis,
Ooh,
born and raised
pretty.
in Indy. I know, I've been practicing. I have a media and marketing agency called Mathis Media with my husband. And then outside of that, we both public speak.
We do.
Yes, and then we have our baby, Create, Connect, Collab.
Yes. We're an empowerment of all the girls.
Yes, we need that.
Kat, tell her how we met. Tell the people, because we actually had a chance to meet Latifah. Do you remember?
Right.
It's a quiz,
I do.
pop quiz.
Pop
bitch.
quiz. It's like pop quiz, asshole.
Yeah.
No, I remember it was for the IRT, for Clue. Yes, we met on Zoom.
We did.
Because I was like, oh yeah, I know you from Instagram.
Yes.
And I'm like,
She was like, no, I follow you. I'm like, me? Girl.
The girls. Y'all are the
Yes.
girls. Don't act like y'all don't know.
yes.
We don't. People be thinking that way. I'm like, girl, we be doing the same thing you be doing.
Listen, if I see you on the algorithm, that means you're popping.
Oh, the algorithm?
Oh,
It doesn't show you everything.
popping.
It doesn't show you
it's
everything.
hard.
So that's our initial link up, and then we got to review Clue together, and that was super fun with Ebony. Shout out to Ebony.
I know, we love Ebony.
The writer,
She's
and
the
congratulations on your new position. Well deserved.
Clap, 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 clap. Yes.
Yeah, it was fantastic. So
I love
that
that.
was the
It was so
origin
much fun.
story of
It
how
was.
this collab came together.
I know.
Yay.
And I was stalking them after that. Like, can we be with you guys?
We are
Can we
friends.
talk
Don't be like that, because we are easy to get a hold of. It's not like, don't be thinking that. Like, reach out.
Reach out.
Definitely.
We're
reach
around.
out.
Yes.
I love that you guys, the energy that you had. Like when I met you, you were so warm and like it's just.
That was that D-Town love.
It was. I felt an instant connection. I didn't know it was Detroit bringing us together.
Period.
Because it's usually cold in the D, but I felt the warmth in my heart.
You better
okay,
put it so
you know
cold
what
in
I'm
the
saying? You got it.
You need that warmth to survive.
You do. You gotta have it.
Also,
so
your girls were lovely. I feel like that always,
they were.
checking our map of their parents. Because that's that work.
see, she hit you again with another one.
It's probably what you do the most, and you never get compliments on it. You're doing a great job.
my gosh,
And the
guys.
Clap it up for her. Mom. Give your mom.
We have 6 daughters. We have 6 daughters. So it's a tough world out here for your girl. Okay.
God.
So keeping them enlightened and meeting amazing women like all of you. It always
Absolutely.
excites me when I'm
That's
able to do
what's
something like that. Yeah.
Your girls are amazing.
Thank
Yeah,
you, Frank.
they
Your
are.
kid's amazing too. Shout out to our kids.
Yeah, shout out to the kids.
Listen, this is
Cardella K and K.
I'm not gonna do the list.
I
I'm
know,
gonna do the
you-
list. There's too many of us. And
No, I love
my
it.
man. Shout out to Curtis.
And our husbands, Reggie.
Yes. Okay, my bad.
I love how the kids came out 1st. Don't that always happen?
you love
I'm
them
not
more.
giving you a hard time about
I
that.
just love
I'm
them
not
more.
at all.
It's not
It's
gonna
like, I mean, they're a little bit cute.
They're a little bit
You know,
cute.
you are.
They listen a little bit better.
I know.
And they love you more. That's just what
It's-
happens. I love them more, and they love me more. That's what it is.
So, end of story.
I mean, what
and-
you want to do?
Okay. Do something. Change, you know what I'm saying? Do something.
They love you more.
Yeah.
Than,
Okay.
I mean, they like
They
that
do.
time they be like, "Oh, Daddy's here."
Oh, you ain't lying. That is-
Literally
that is
how my
facts.
daughters do.
That is
They're like,
facts.
oh, mom's here. Can everybody hide? Clean up.
Right.
And they'll be like, "Dada."
Oh my God, daddy's here. We don't do anything.
No, yeah. I was
Oh
like,
my
Reggie's the fun parent. I want to be fun.
Yeah.
So now I'm the cool mom. I'm stepping it up.
Ooh.
I'm coming out here.
I'm not cool.
I'm cool.
I'm gonna whoop you. No, I'm
hard.
Okay. It will. Okay, I'm sorry. We're gentle parents.
So, wow. I love this. No, exactly. We love the kids. We love the kids, just like Trick. But you guys, before we get into the meat and potatoes of this episode, we usually like to dedicate our episode.
Yeah.
So if you guys don't mind, hands over your hearts. We want to dedicate this episode, as always, to our patrons first. You guys, we truly appreciate you. All of our listeners, new and old. And I wanted to dedicate this episode to sistership. Sisterhood. That's a better word. Yeah. Yes. Because I feel like, you know, it's a special thing. It's kind of what we're talking about today. And specifically the kind that means I can borrow your clothes or shoes. So when you have a sister whose stuff you can fit, it's amazing. It just really taps into what I care about. So yeah. What about you, friend?
Yes, and that for sure. I'm actually going to dedicate. I'm going to dedicate this to Tiffany Roy. Does anybody know who Tiffany Roy is?
Google her quickly.
She recently married Michael Orr because we talked about his story last week about the Blind Sides controversy. And people were like, Tiffany Roy. Okay. And people were like, what took so long? What took so long? And my question was, did he recently marry a black woman? And he did. He did recently marry a black woman. And she got a hold of it. Yeah, clap it up for Black love. Yeah, gorgeous. And so I have my own, I don't want to get in their business, but a lot of times, you know, black women, we get a reputation for being difficult, but I think really what we do is drum up a lot of critical thinking, questions that prompt critical thinking. Yeah, and I think also when you understand what was going on, you might understand why he might have been in denial for a while of what they did. So tap for all the black women who provoked critical thinking. Yeah, this is for y'all.
And I wonder if she did pop in there like, have you seen the contract? Let me see
the timeline. Now that we're married, I can access everything. So the timeline checks out, prosecutor. So I'm gonna throw it to you, Starla. What's your dedication?
I want to dedicate this to not only my husband and the kids, but also my grandfather. Without him, a lot of this I wouldn't be who I am. So I want to thank him.
That's beautiful. Very nice. Clap it up. Yes, maybe.
Yeah, I made it quick and short so we can.
I'm gonna dedicate this to my hubby and my kids. Literally, without their support, I would literally be nowhere. Literally, I thought I was supposed to be here too. I ran in the shower and my husband was, I'm like, pick me out some clothes. So he a real G out here. We've been together 20 years, okay?
I love it. That's beautiful.
Also, shout out to everybody who thought this record was later in the day today, like me and because man, scrambling. Dedication over.
Yeah. We gotta turn that music off. Okay, well that was lovely, ladies. I'm ready to get into it, you guys.
Let's go, friends.
Okay, so we wanted to talk about your entrepreneurship and kind of how you guys came together to start your business. So tell us a little bit about that. Like, what was the genesis or the room where it happens, if you will?
Little
Hamilton.
Okay,
look, you know what I'm saying?
Where it happened.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So it's such a funny story. Latifah is such a better storyteller than me. Maybe because it's shady and she makes it not. She makes it even shadier.
It is shady. It's a shady story.
So do it dramatically.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got our text.
I got receipts. Okay. So I actually saw Star and one of our other friends at a content creator event, right? We were at this event for Indie Creator Society.
Yes.
And we hop in, and I'm there with my man. I don't know anybody because I'm from the D, right? I'm trying to grow my network and say, meet the brown girls. Okay. So her and this other girl walk in, y'all. They got cameras, they got outfits, changes, they got mirrors, they got like hair. They came with fans, and their hair is blowing as they walk in. And I'm like, I love this energy, right? I'm attracted to boss energy, right? If you're a boss, I see your boss. I'm like, oh, we can be bosses together, right? And I'm like, okay, cool. We meet there. I slide in the DMs like, hey, we should be friends
and we were. Meet for coffee. We were chatting in the DMs.
we were. She was like liking my stuff and, you know, kind of going back and forth. How you're like courting in the DMs, like courting friends, right? So I was like, hey, we should do coffee because I literally know nobody here in the city and I live in a city where nobody looks like me here in Indy, right? So I'm literally like stalking brown girls on the internet streets. And
that's how you're supposed to do it.
I'm an
Yes.
active networker, you guys. And she swerved me out, ghosted me, and then just
I know.
totally ignored my request for coffee, y'all.
We had to pull up receipts to really see
We
how it
did,
went.
but that's really what happened.
But we were still talking.
We
So
were
I
still
didn't
talking.
just ghost her. I just ignored I went over the coffee question.
Yeah.
Right, because you were like, I don't know, you like that.
I didn't know.
Tell them your wife.
So one, I don't drink coffee. So when she said that, I'm like, coffee? Girl, how are you doing? Oh, the kids are cute. But yeah, moving on. And then I was like, oh, well, I knew I was having an event coming up soon. So I was like, well, Lativa, you should come out to this because sometimes it's hard to you're running your business. You don't have a lot of time to just go here and here and meet everyone. So I'm like, let's just have one central location, meet everybody at once.
And I was like, girl, I'm not going to be able to, man. You
And she did.
Like, girl, please. But I showed up because I was desperate for brown girlfriends. And then I called her like, girl, what are we doing with this?
Yes.
Because I feel like we need, I'm going to create something for brown girls anyway. You're already creating the space.
Yeah,
Let's link up.
It was a famous call where I was like, who is this lady? Like, she was like asking all the questions, like, what are you doing with this? Da-da-da. And I'm like, hold on, intellectual property, IP. And I was like, you know what? So after we got that call, I was like, God, is this the person? Because I wanted to take Create Connect Collab to a whole new level. I'm like, is this the person who I need to work with? And I was like, after that call, I prayed on it, and God was like, yes. So the next time we talked, it was more aligned. We shared how we grew up and all that. We had a lot of things that connected, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be my new sister.
Yeah, and now literally as you talk about sisterhood and being able to borrow clothes, I was at her house yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
No, it was Friday. It was Friday.
Oh, yeah, Friday. Yeah,
I come to her house. I had just finished volunteering. I had on stretch pants and a t-shirt, girl. And I was like, I'm just coming. And she was like, no, I'm going to need you to put this on.
Yeah, get cute.
And I'm going to need you to put this on. And then I'm going to need you to go pick out perfume. Like, I don't have time for your today, Lativa.
Yes. I wanted her to transition. Like, we're going here. Don't wear today on.
Yeah.
We're in a new mindset. We're about to have fun. I needed her to transition to that.
Real sisterhood.
Yeah, and real sisters can hear that and not be intended no kind of way. And also, she was providing solutions.
She
Because
did.
Don't tell me about all the stuff I need to do when you're not prepared to assist me in making those things happen.
Because
That's just me. Because it is. Now you feel like you're being picked on. And
Yes.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I actually really love
Yeah, we never thought about that.
Yeah, like
I mean, I know I saw.
Yes.
Yeah.
Solution
And I'm
oriented.
because it is kind of like, I can't keep bringing up stuff that I feel like,
Yeah.
without being like, well, and here's how I can support you.
I love that. Yes.
So with that in mind, you guys, that kind of segues a little bit more into your friendship and business relationship. Now, how long has this been going on? Like, you guys have had this business for?
So since 2020.
Yeah. It hasn't been that long, but people think we've known each other for a long time.
I know. No, we've known each other since 2020, really. I mean,
Literally.
2019 was the DMs.
Yeah.
And then 2020 we was like, we signed this contract. I said,
We're married.
I'm marrying you.
What was going on in 2020? That rings a bell for some reason when I hear those two sounds together, 2020.
Girl.
My brain always starts going.
It was like, yes.
So, yeah, how did you get this popping in 2020?
So Create Connect Lab actually started back in 2017. So it was kind of like in my home. I was working my 9 to 5, and at the time I felt stuck. I'm like, I'm not doing the things I said I wanted to do. And a lot of college friends, even Ebony, she was an OG in the group, and I was like, we're not doing the things we said we wanted to do. Let's meet up. I was researching a lot of entrepreneurs, and they were all sharing that they would have these masterminds. They would meet once a month, share resources, and just that synergy you have, it just kind of helped hold you accountable, give you that energy, that motivation to kind of momentum to move forward. So we were doing that in my living room. And then in 2020, I wanted to bring it to the public, and so we had our first meetup in January, and that's when Lativa came. I'm happy she came. We have a picture of us together. We were in the middle together. Yes. And then after that, we had that call, the famous call, and then we were like, let's do this together. Yeah. And so we would meet Zoom, right?
We had Zoom meetings every week.
And then
back then it was every week. And we just kind of shifted into growing. Like literally, we met and we got married. We met and we got married. We started a business. Like it doesn't normally happen that way, but it felt organic. It was God ordained.
I'm a big trust person. You know, I was raised with, my grandparents raised me for majority of my life, so I have a lot of neglect, abandonment issues, and so I was like, oh, can I trust her? Do I know her? So my space is really small, and so I was like, oh, I'm gonna bring this person to my space, and then but Lativa, just this warmth about her. I think you mentioned that earlier, and she has that, and like it's a care, and I was like, okay. And she's so smart, y'all. She's a visionary.
I love
And
it.
I'm like, she'd be like, Starla, we're gonna do this, this, and this. And I'm like, okay, but how? But how are we gonna get this? And then I gotta be like, okay, let's connect the dots.
Yes.
And it has made things.
Yes. Starla is the ground to my vision, right? Like she just grounds me. I'm like, let's go to Disney World and we're gonna put a sea on the moon and let's just bring it down here and it's gonna shine a light on all the black women. It's gonna be amazing.
I love
and
the
she's
vision.
like, okay, but how? How are we gonna do that? And then we probably need to get some astronauts and then we probably need to
We need
figure
some
out how
oxygen
long it takes us to get
supplies or whatever. Where we putting the water?
Yeah,
We ain't got gravity in space. You know?
How do we change gravity? And I'm like, okay, all right, we might need to shift that. But her strength and her knowing the city, like you guys, right? Knowing the city, she knows the players, gives me space to be able to be like, okay, this is a grand idea. How can we actually make it happen? And we both have trauma bonds in terms of just parental things and being vulnerable and not having support. So we know that we literally have to show up for each other. And I think that's the best part about us. We show up.
We do.
Yeah.
We know a little bit about that. And a little bit about
I'm
that.
gonna say this is very reminiscent of like a lot of other stories you've heard and even our own, because it's giving me Marquise and Star a little bit.
I know a little bit.
Yeah, the same
for
thing of
sure.
it's like I see the vision and the execution.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
always, it has to be a nice blend. And then too, when you said you skipped over her message about the coffee, like I'm that person, but not because I'm trying to be mean. I feel like I'm protecting myself, right? Because not everybody gets to have access to me on a personal level like that. Like I want to feel like you said, you have to feel like it's organic and that you're a person who's supposed to be in front of me for a particular reason. You know what I mean?
Ooh, I like
So-
that. But y'all can text back. So.
Yeah.
Y'all can say, I don't want to
It's
go.
a block thing. You get
Yeah.
energy. I'm a big energy person. And so energy.
Sometimes it's easier in person too, though. Like
Is
through
it?
text,
You feel
sometimes it
True,
can be harder.
true.
Do you know what I mean?
But
So-
I feel like throughout our friendship, you've been a fantastic sort of model of boundaries. I even said when I was doing a
This is
pantheon
my
of goddesses,
person.
That's your-
she was gonna be it's fine. It makes things better.
Yeah, I agree. I really was very open to people and access to me, and Starla has definitely taught me like, Tiva, everybody can't have this.
Yeah.
Everybody can't have you. You're overextending yourself for people that wouldn't show up for you if you dropped a penny on the floor.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll just make them expect and want more.
Exactly.
It's never enough. You can do everything for people, and then they'll still say you never did nothing for them because you didn't do that one thing you wanted.
that they
to do.
wanted. Yeah, that's for sure.
Y'all is
Listen,
smart.
it's like that. It's like that.
It's
So-
from all the books.
the books. Well, I was gonna say, so I feel like it's apparent that you guys consider yourselves close friends at this point.
Oh, yeah, she's my wife.
Yeah.
She's your
That's
wife.
my wife.
How do you guys balance your personal and professional aspects of your relationship? Because I do feel like that can be tricky. So tell the girls.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. They call each other wives. Why do we call each other our baby mamas?
Because I got a few of them. It's not monogamous.
That's what it is.
I got a lot of beautiful women in my life.
But it's like, but they could.
I got a lot of women in my life.
It's like, and just like this, like, all right.
We signed this paper, and I was like, I do.
For me. And we're both very territorial. Like, what are you doing? Who's
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
I don't mind
I
sharing
know,
a little bit.
yeah.
No, we don't want to share. Where are you going?
I already know I got it because I'll be in bed by like 9. So it's like,
There's just certain things, you know.
Yes.
Makes sense.
I remember in the beginning, we were so work focused, and I was like, Latifah, we need to go hang out. We went to it was like a little speakeasy, someplace, and we had a drink. You remember that? And the chairs were real low. We weren't that
Yes,
comfortable.
I remember.
Okay, look.
I won't call
last
out.
chair.
I won't call y'all out on the internet.
I just
stream.
remember that. I think we
Yes.
split a bottle of wine.
We did a whole bottle.
Let's
We've
go.
had so many stories. I'm thinking the margarita story, the first margarita.
We're
Okay,
not doing
no,
that
okay.
today.
I'll be
We're
good.
not doing that.
Okay. Yeah, but we really do try to make sure we balance work and friendship.
Yeah. Star's really good at bringing out the friend side because I'm always thinking about something. Like right now, I'm like, okay, what can we think about? How can we implement something? Like how?
no,
can
what are you
we-
making for dinner?
Right, exactly. Well, I don't make dinner.
That's the most hateful question in
It
my
is.
life.
Oh my
Daily.
It's a
God.
hate crime.
Yeah,
It's a hate crime.
It is a hate crime.
So bad.
Yeah.
Praise God for my husband because I don't make no dinners. He makes all the dinners.
Oh,
And,
wow.
and my husband, he's the
No
cook
wonder
in our
you're
house,
dedicated.
but I do have to step it up.
You period. That's why I got 6 kids. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Sisterhood. Back to
Sisterhood.
Right, I'm stuck on that. I got visuals. Okay.
Visuals. We like to separate to make sure that we have friend time.
Yes.
Now, we like on Friday. We
But
just have
before,
friend time.
let me just be honest. The
Yeah.
people look at me like, huh? I'm trying to get this ideal out. I'm
wanna
like,
get
can
it
you
out.
write this or put it in the notes? Like, save it for later.
I'm like, but I don't
And
want.
she's
I want to
like-
talk about it right now. Please, it's in my brain.
Okay.
It happens to the
But
best
we
of us.
have grown to like know each other's like quirks and different
Yeah.
things. Like, okay, nope, that's not gonna work for her. We'll
Yeah.
save that for later. Like, no, she needs to get this out now. So.
Yes. Now we open conversation with. Do you have space for this?
Oh yeah, we do that.
Oh,
Yes.
that's so
We
nice.
might use that.
Yeah,
That's
oh, I
good.
steal stuff all the time. Yeah, that's
Look
great.
at
Do you have space for
Do you have
this?
space for this? And I'll be like, but I feel like I do like every conversation with everyone is, are you busy?
That part, yeah.
Because I know you picked up because you love me, but can you really talk right now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that I do know. Yeah, like you know your friends'
Because
lives.
it'd be like, it'd be like,
okay, I
happens.
like that.
we're terrific.
I like that. We try to be. I mean, at least a little bit. I mean, so you guys, like, how do you handle? So, like, say you guys have two different ways of approaching the situation, or something like that. Like, how do you resolve that? How do you communicate that without it sort of interfering into like the friendship part? Because I feel like that can.
No,
be
better
tricky.
question. When's the last time we had a fight?
When did y'all fight last? That's really what I'm getting to.
When was the last time? That was like a week ago.
Yeah.
She was literally getting on my nerves.
my
I'm
God.
like, you say one more
Where's my
thing,
wine?
and it's going down
Oh,
today. Okay.
yeah, that
but we were
wasn't
just
pretty.
like,
That
I
was-
think we synced hormonally.
Oh yeah, we were synced. Yes. We
I
have
understand.
synced.
And it was one of those weeks where it was like, okay, you want to go? Because we going.
We can go.
Detroit was about to bust on out.
We can go.
I be like,
Yes.
313 me real quick. Okay.
But I guess more importantly, how did you resolve it?
Yeah, that's the.
Well, I think
Because y'all are here now.
yeah.
Y'all seem cool.
True.
I'm a very self-aware person. So I know what I'm going over or what, and I try to think like, okay, what's making me angry? So I was like, Latifah, I think our calendar's too over scheduled, so we gotta cut it back, and that was just overwhelming for me. And so we talked about that, and we made a schedule.
We did.
And so now we have an outline of how we're gonna run business, which
Run
we've
the day.
had, but we
Yes.
just deviated from it, right?
Yeah.
And so I think it's just we gotta make sure we just stay focused.
Yeah.
And then apologize. Like if I'm wrong, I'm sorry.
Yeah. She's good at saying sorry. I'm not.
Yeah,
I be
but
like,
you've gotten better.
and
Cause I'm like, Latifah, you gotta
See.
say something here.
Right,
You want me to say
right.
That's
sorry?
interesting because I feel like a lot of things I run into with women is they apologize constantly. And I
no,
try to get people out of that habit of like, oh, sorry. I was like, you didn't do anything. Why are you apologizing? You're just like, nah.
No, we don't do it constantly.
That's not us. No apologies.
No. And then we'll give each other some space too. Like if she
Yeah.
knows it, because sometimes I'll go 0 dark 30. Like I'm just not gonna talk to anybody because you know that I'm pissed. Like I just need some space, and we'll go weekend, or it's normally just the weekend because we run a company and we can't
Well,
really be
and
that
we're
far.
usually exhausted
And we're normally exhausted
because we work primarily on one day a week.
Yeah,
for our
all of our
business.
stuff for Create Connect
So what
Lab
do
is
you
on
do
one
to
day.
recharge?
Ooh.
Go 0 dark 30.
0 dark.
There it is.
Yes.
Yes.
We'll go be with the family. We'll just have some alone time.
Phone
Yeah.
upside down.
We'll-
Oh yeah,
exactly.
I do not disturb. Usually on the weekends,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah, she'll
Well,
do
thanks
the
for
DMV.
making room for us this weekend.
Oh,
I
yes.
know. Right?
Was it space? Do you have space for
Yeah.
this?
We did have space for
Thank
this.
you.
I was
Appreciate
excited.
it.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, guys. So in terms of connecting, I wanted to know. It seems like the platform that you guys is specifically toward like women entrepreneurs. Like, why was it important for you to connect with women and create a space for them? Is this like from your own personal experience, or
Yeah, you saying it all.
Deep
so
questions.
yes, I know.
Yeah.
Definitely for me. So for working at the job that I was working at, there was a lot of advancement things I was declined. I was said no to. I didn't feel supported in. And it's like, oh, so now you're gonna give it to someone who's less qualified and they're making more money. So that's not cool. So I'm
Did
like,
they ever ask you to train them?
I've trained a lot of people. Yeah.
and then do their job
I
too.
sure yes. You can say no.
I didn't know that. I
Oh.
didn't have the space in the body.
She said you can say
So yeah, so that's
Because I was like, I knew that was extra money. I'm like,
Yeah.
y'all ain't paying me to train.
Yeah.
I was like, the person who had this job before me didn't train me. That was a manager. So that's the manager's job.
Period.
And so that's important that we have these conversations. And so I was like, you know what? I'm not feeling supported. I knew I always wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I was freelancing during the time too. So I've always been freelancing in media and marketing. And so I was like, I need a hub. I was asking my husband, my best friends, who they have no business like acumen. So they're like, what? It looks good. I'm like, no, but the colors gotta match. What's the messaging? Do you like it? And they're like, girl, if you don't just pick something and leave me alone. And I was like, I need a space of women who are in this struggle, who want to feel supported. And so that's kind of how it started.
That's fabulous.
It is. For me, I've always been in the space of supporting people. Like I said earlier, I come from trauma. I come from domestic violence. I come from incarcerated parents. I come from bouncing around places, like sleeping on people's couches, and I'm just being totally transparent in the space. So being able to be a support system for girls that look like me, who might have gone through what I've gone through, who might just need that pick me up, like, girl, no, look at me, we can. You don't have to be your circumstances.
Yes.
It's literally everything that I was created to be. And I just know that, right? So then us linking and understanding that trauma, like her seeing me not only for my assets in terms of who I am and what I think like, but also seeing me vulnerably, right? Like, oh, I see that she had some hurt and pains, and she is like the creator of safe spaces. And I bring that vulnerability piece to be able to say, hey, no, you can really tell the truth here in this space, because we have tears on some of our masterminds, right? Like sometimes we're just talking about the family stuff and it's like,
overwhelming.
Right.
we're all crying. So it's important to me to be a safe space for women.
People to know it's possible. Because like you're saying, you didn't even know you couldn't say no.
Yeah.
And for someone like me, I was like, oh yeah, I've read a lot of stuff about, workplace. I talk about literacy. I read that whole OSHA poster. Sure did.
I love
I was
that.
like, and I know like what discrimination is and what I can sue you for. Ooh. So yeah, they were so sick of me. Because that was the thing too, because they were trying me when I was pregnant too. And all of that stuff. I was like, no.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. You
I
have
had
to
some
have,
issues when
like,
I
I
was-
love that you're like, no, we need to be that example, be that space so people know what's possible.
And be the awareness, right? Because how you're just like, no, I really did read the OSHA. I really did read the handbook. And now you read it, but sis didn't read it, right? Or I didn't read it, or she didn't read it. She's
Just
like,
know
"No,
somebody who read it.
I read it for all of us. Okay,
Yes,
and I know you can't do that to
yes.
her. I know you can't do it to her. And I know you can't do it to her. And I'm going to tell them why you can't do it. Awareness is why Create Connect Collab was created, right? Just like us sharing, oh, there's Inno Power out here, right? Like you can get the $20 thing. We can just share the resources. We're not going to pull back because we have two marketing media companies.
We do the same thing.
We do the same thing.
There's space for everybody, right?
Everyone can eat at the
Like,
table. There's so many spaces. So yes.
Somebody says, we don't gotta be scarce. No, let's put it together.
And collaborate, because sometimes I need what you can do, and we
Yeah.
can make it bigger and better, and we can all get this money.
Yeah, I like that. That's a great segue, because I was
Oh,
going to
you
ask
want
the
to
questions with the but also like the collaboration part. I wanted to hear examples of like collaborations that you feel like have been like really meaningful in your community that you've created. Or are there any things you want to shine the light on that you feel like came from your business?
Yeah, so we in CCC at Create Connect, we lovingly call it CCC,
right.
but at Create Connect Lab, we have a thing that we do every month for our members. It's a one-on-one meetup, or one-on-one.
It's like a coaching session,
Yes.
one-on-one coaching
And
session.
so one of our members, Marquise G, she came
Who
in.
was she?
Shout out, give it up for Marquise. She right here.
So
Wait,
she-
what's her new company called?
The new company, I don't know the name of the new company.
She's popping.
First of all, she is. I mean, let me just sisterhood. Those young ladies, we saw them in
Yes.
action, and I was like, who are they?
Yes.
Because they're doing all the things. They
Yes.
are so. I shout out to Star 2.
I love
our
Marquise.
partner.
And
Yeah.
Star.
But
I love
yes.
Star.
But go ahead.
So
I'm sorry.
Marquise, she shared with us that she wanted to host an international, like a dinner for International Women's Day, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
You right.
And so, because my memory's, yeah. And so we had a meetup, and in that meeting, it's an hour meeting, but Lativa and I, we provide so much strategy, thought-provoking, critical thinking that we were talking about. And so she left that meeting, and I think she had 45 days, and she turned out an amazing event. We collaborated and sponsored with her, and it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, she had artists who were singing.
It was so good.
She can work the room and speak. She's a powerful speaker. So
Yeah.
kudos to you, Marquise.
And so young.
And
she's
she's
a
like
powerhouse.
I was
She
like,
is,
how
yes.
are you?
That's
this
why
talented?
she's a grown woman.
She
She's
is.
a very
I'm sorry.
young,
I just-
grown young
I'm
woman.
that loving.
Yeah,
It's
she
just
just feels like that.
Impressive, because
Oh,
at that, when I was that age,
I was
trash.
trash. You understand me? I'm just now getting better. Okay.
Yes, I did not have that confidence
I
at that
didn't.
age,
No.
and I wish I did because,
But I feel
Yes.
like that's because women are giving more.
I love that.
We're
Right.
like, hey,
Right.
no, let me help you.
It
You
should
can
be
start
getting
today.
better, right?
Yes,
Like
that's
the
right,
next
getting better.
generation.
She's the
should be-
dream, actually.
Yes,
She is
this
the dream.
That's the
Yes.
Marquise,
Yes.
you the goal.
You to
Yeah,
go.
you are the
I want
goal.
to shout out a few of our other collaborations.
Yes.
Please.
Number one, we want to be where we are without all of our amazing members. We have 100+ members, 100+ women
Yes.
business owners. Okay, and that we collaborate with on a bunch of stuff. And then we also collaborate bi-monthly with Maven Space. We do
yes.
programming there bi-monthly. And now, shout out Indie Hub. We facilitate conversations for them. You guys should come to some of that stuff.
Oh yes, it's really cool.
Yeah, so we're everywhere.
And we're
I feel
working
like.
with Pass the Torch.
Yes,
We're just
Pass the
really
Torch.
doing a lot of different things in the community, and we're doing this thing with Inno Power. So we're just really excited.
I love that.
All
These
our
are all
shout-outs.
great, beautiful stories.
Yeah.
So let me ask you guys, how do you guys encourage meaningful connections between people who don't have similar backgrounds? Like sometimes, you know, you have people, or maybe it's an experience level. Maybe people are coming in at the entry level. Maybe people have experience. How do you bridge that gap?
Yeah, well, we're definitely for the emerging women in business. So if you have that idea, you said it's so cute the other day. If you have that idea, you like, I want to birth this idea, we will help you deliver that baby.
doulas.
Yes, we do.
Yes,
We
I
do.
get
We're,
doulas.
we're business doulas.
Very
Oh my
good.
God.
Feel
Oh my
free to-
God.
yeah.
Business
Feel free to
doulas. Okay, Tresnay will call you.
Yes.
'Cause she's the trademark.
yeah.
Oh, shout out to Tresnay.
I love this.
Yes, but I mean, I think we have an archive of 35 plus master classes. So everything
Yes.
is a virtual community. Everything is recorded, so you can always go back and look at the replay if you can't make it. And I think there's something there for everyone, no matter what part of your business you're at. And we are always looking for. So if you're like, I need this or I need help with that, we'll get that for you.
We will. I also think we foster collaboration through our masterminds.
Oh, yes.
Everybody's on there, right? And everybody's talking about who they are and what they do, what their struggle is, no matter if you made $1, because sis, you got a business. If you made $1, okay, everybody don't got Louboutins. I don't have any, okay? Because y'all know they be on the internet streets like, I made $500,000 today.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like if you made $1, that means that you're making a stride.
Yes.
So and we have people on there that have, you know, kind of tipped the scale on the money, right? So then they're going to be able to give you some collaboration news or info or whatever. So we make some real good connections in the masterminds as well.
And it's about having that, you know, learning that sustainability in business. And one, the confidence. So I think a lot of our members are coming, they're not feeling as confident. So we're like, one, you are an expert. So
Period.
whatever someone has said or try to discount you on your rate, honey, you're an expert. You know that you put in your 10,000 plus hours. So go for your rate that you want. And I think
SME. Right.
And
Well,
then
one of my favorite quotes is my prices are based on my talent and not your budget.
Oh, can we put that on the shirt?
I mean, that's real. And then just really seeing your value and feeling comfortable showing up like that. You know, like I feel like Kat has been a really good example of confidence when it comes to our business stuff because I'm like, I know you're doing it. She's like, no, we're media professionals. And we're I'm like, are we?
Yeah.
though?
Yeah.
And I think it's because it's almost like, I don't know, anything that you imagine how it would be, like say being a parent or being married, the idea of it is always different than when you're doing it.
So
like
true.
when we were like, oh no, we followed you guys on social media. You're like, we're just regular.
Yeah.
Same, we get, you
Come
know,
be
we'll
with
get
us.
that too, yeah, but it's just like, you know, I think sometimes actually having the shoes on feels different than you
It
think
does.
it's gonna be, and you think it's gonna feel a certain way, and it's like, it's nice to know, like, people who've been doing it longer, when just hearing them say, no, like, this is what it's like. It's the dollar first, but it's also sticking to, you know, like, sticking to a plan and being, and being intentional about your business, so I love that.
We made eye contact when you said confidence.
Yes, you did.
Because she's always
Because I'm always like cult leader confidence.
Yeah.
That is all it takes.
Yeah.
Like
oh,
people.
yeah. I watched
just-
that series on Netflix.
Listen, she be going hard.
Is
Listen.
there a series called Cult Leader?
It was like
No,
cult.
that's her phrase. That's what she says.
That's the energy.
That's the energy.
I'm
she
trying to
says
get her
I
to
should show up
harness.
with everybody.
Because what was
should
that
show
woman's
up
name? Gwen's something. Stanlin. She had a cult in Tennessee. She looked
Oh, with the
insane.
hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, women. People followed her. She got millions of dollars off people. She looked insane, and she had nothing to back any of this up. She was just confident. She got people to starve themselves. It was
nuts. It's a documentary.
check
What
it
is
out.
that?
The Way Down.
The way, yeah, that was
It's
amazing.
on Netflix?
Or
HBO
don't
Max.
see, I be out.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Not the media.
They have something on
Listen,
Netflix
y'all know
recently.
media.
Yeah.
there's
Okay. That is
But, yeah.
crazy.
It's literally, but I mean, I'm like, well, if those people can be confident, why aren't I confident?
That's true.
I think imposter syndrome comes up so quickly, right?
Yeah.
When you walk in a room and you're like, I'm not who they are, and I haven't been where they've been, and they have done this way longer than me. I made a cold hard shift over to PR and strategic planning from a content creator, and it was really, really hard for me, guys. Like, I walked in rooms and people, I know they was looking at me like, how did you even get here? Like, what are you even doing here?
Diversity hire.
Diversity.
Yeah.
Exactly. But now, like, I walk in rooms like, no, I'm the director of membership for the PRSA.
And you could never, like, if you had to do it one day with me, you would lose your mind.
Yeah, it's so true though.
You turn into the Joker.
You
And I think it's so important that when you go into a space, like, be you, show up authentically,
Yeah.
you know what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
But I think a lot of times we're like, okay, well, I got to dress like her and be polished and have the suit. No, come how you are. If you want to wear that crop top, girl, wear that crop top. Okay.
I love that. I also think that Create Connect Collab gives you the space to be able to say, I am pick me. I'm a subject matter expert, right?
Okay.
We're like, okay, you want to be podcast host? Let's go do a podcast. Let's teach about podcasting because you're gonna learn too. Let's introduce you to all the podcast people that can help you get stronger in what you do. So when you walk in the room, the imposter syndrome fade and my boss energy come out real bad.
Right.
Real bad.
Real bad. No, that's what's up. I love that, you guys. Okay, so I wanted to shift gears a little bit and do something a little fun. I know I spilled the drinks earlier, so
I'm gonna grab the bottle.
Yeah, she's gonna grab the bottle.
Yes.
We're gonna do a fun drinking game, you guys, just to kind of continue to break the ice.
I'm already drinking.
Everybody else around here playing games.
I was drinking
Well, I
too.
was saving it because I thought we needed to save it for the
You
game.
did good. I'm
Okay,
just, you
because I was
know.
like, drink the whole thing.
This is for you guys. So as long as y'all have a little bit in there, we're not
Okay.
gonna get,
You saw the
crazy.
margarita?
No, I didn't bring the margarita. It's okay. It's, I gotta keep it together. Keep trying to keep it together, y'all. So this segment is called Who's More Likely. So I'm just gonna ask you guys some questions. This is gonna help us get to know you, but also helps us segue into our next segment, which is more around fun media stuff and like what you guys are watching and all that stuff. So I'm gonna pull the questions up because I want you to ask too. I feel like I'm talking a bunch. So this is how the game goes. So I'm basically gonna ask you guys who's more likely to A, B, and C. You guys are gonna answer pretty much at the same time with each other's name. So if you think the answer is Starla, you have to say Starla. If you think it's you say your name.
Okay.
If it matches, you don't have to take a drink.
Oh.
If it doesn't match, y'all both have to take
Come
a
on,
drink.
wife.
Okay. So let's see how good you guys, if y'all agree. So here are
Pressure.
some questions here. All right, so first question, who's more likely to binge watch an entire season in one weekend?
Starla.
Yeah, me.
Do you
Starla.
agree? Okay, y'all saved yourselves. Good. Okay, right, cat'll drink just because. Here, why don't you find a question? I got a
I
bunch
was
of
slow
them.
on that reaction.
Hey,
Answer the question and say it.
who's more likely to reenact? Who's more likely to reenact scenes from movies or TV shows?
Lativa.
You guys, okay. All right. Okay. Who's more likely to cry during an emotional scene?
Starla.
Ooh, y'all said it with y'all chest. Okay.
Man,
I'm the crier.
Cat. Okay. What about you? You do the next one. We'll alternate.
Okay. Who's more likely to predict the twist before it happens?
Lativa.
Okay.
Everybody knows their part.
Let's go.
We do.
Okay. Who's more likely to devote a whole day to a reality TV marathon?
Starla.
Okay. Cat.
How's
you-
that?
Drinking, man. Y'all have to go check that out.
We'll take a sip for y'all.
Okay.
Thank
right.
you.
Right.
Thank you.
was so
Okay. Who's more likely to have strong opinions about movie to book adaptations? Or book to
Lativa.
Lativa. That's a me.
Really?
Okay.
Which one's pissed you off the most? Wow.
Ooh, movie to book. Ooh, movie to book.
Or
We
book
can
to
come
movie.
back.
Book to movie.
Book to movie. Harry Potter.
See, I
That
told
is-
you.
I'm
they
not even a Harry
said-
Potter.
Like it, people don't like it.
People said
Fine,
that they
fine.
don't. I like them both. But let's see. Who's more likely? Let's see.
Also, The Help. Did y'all read that?
We did, and we
read and watch
did.
it,
Yes.
I
We have
mean,
notes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I always have notes about a white savior narrative.
She does.
Yes,
I know.
very much so.
I
Yeah.
listen to your notes. They're my
Oh my
favorite.
gosh. Aren't they? Aren't they? Okay, so who's more likely to believe in paranormal mysteries?
Starla.
Oh,
I'm like, I don't want nothing to do with it. I'm not watching
I'm
it.
like-
In Jesus' name.
Lativa.
Okay.
I don't
they're
want it.
coming. They're here.
Oh
They're
my
watching us.
gosh. Okay, let me see. Who's more likely to have a collection of romance movies or books hidden away?
Lativa.
Ooh, yeah. I don't know, Star.
Not me.
Drink disagreement.
Finally.
We didn't come into it. Thank you. We was trying to stump you.
Jeez.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't?
I think you would like have some romantic
No.
stuff
She
I'm
said
not.
no.
Freaky stuff, but not
there.
romantic.
Okay, maybe that's what I was
That's
thinking.
a type of romance.
That's what I was thinking about.
Nah.
It's the only reason romance exists.
Period.
Nah, that's true. We got to get to the good stuff. Let's see. All right, and then Kat, you can ask the next question. And we can move on.
Okay. I want to make it a good one.
I'm ready.
Man, I'm gonna make one up off the dome.
Oh,
Oh, shoot, coming off the
Freestyling over here.
nose. Bars.
Who's more likely to call from lockup?
Oh shit.
Damn.
don't know.
I think that would be a me.
I think
Yeah.
it would be you.
It would be me.
Okay.
D-town down.
Yeah, I'm too.
Okay.
Yeah, those are some good answers. Good answers.
That's you.
So what I've learned from this is you guys know each other pretty well. That's
We
pretty
do.
good. And-
No, I got one more.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, who's more likely to talk mess if your man didn't pay for everybody's birthday at your birthday dinner?
That would be a
Lativa.
Carlos.
That would be you.
Yeah,
You have
let's
to drink.
You be
You have
getting
to drink.
shady. Oh,
Let's all
I'm sorry, you are the housewife. Literally, I'm like, Starla, why are you saying this out loud?
I asked that
We're
question
in front of people.
because
What are we talking about right now?
that was a very controversial storyline in the Real Housewives
was.
of Atlanta.
It was.
I'll
Oh
fill
my
you
God,
in.
let's get into
It
it,
was.
you
It
guys,
was.
because we were gonna ask
You still know a lot of the characters in this story.
Okay,
You
so
watched
this
the
is-
old seasons because
I
you know
have.
who Sheree is.
I do. So we're talking
She
about the Real
Sheree.
Housewives
Yes, I
of
need my
Atlanta.
She by
Sheree.
Yes. And so, because I was gonna ask you guys, like, what are your favorite shows? What are you guys watching right now that you guys had mentioned? The Real Housewives of Atlanta and Potomac, which I watched the finale of Potomac. But let's get into. Y'all want to get into
And for
it?
everybody
Can I
who
raise
says
my
like it
hand?
shows black women in a negative light and it's not good, we did 40 minutes of positive black content. Okay,
Yes.
we get to
turn up
have
now.
Doritos.
Period.
Yes, you may raise your
Yes.
hand. Let's
So
see, go
raising
ahead.
my hand on a couple of things. So Star is the housewife watcher, right?
Okay.
Like I watch stuff like You.
I've
Have y'all
seen
seen that?
I've seen you.
I'm more of a like it has to be like a real deep storyline. Like Suits is my jam.
I've been watching Suits, but I'm not liking the second season. It's a little bit.
How about I didn't know Meghan Markle was mixed until her daddy came on that show. And they cast that black man as her daddy, and I was like, oh, she's supposed to be mixed. I just assumed she was a white woman.
So she was white.
She do it.
I mean, or maybe like Italian or something, you know, like Mediterranean.
Sicilian, no.
Like
Maybe
maybe
like
kind of part Native American. I don't know. It wasn't.
It was giving racially
I
ambiguous.
wasn't giving
I think
like.
because I knew that she was
Yeah.
in real life, so I assumed that when I started watching. Because I came to it late. I just started watching. Suits.
Oh, okay. I watched it back in the
Okay,
day when
yeah,
it was
I
on
just started watching
USA.
Yeah.
Like back when I had cable.
So you saying it's not giving Black Daddy?
Well, it did. Once it happened, I was like, oh yeah, I see that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
like once
She
I
said
saw
once
it,
it
once
happened.
it happened, I was like, oh yeah, I see that. She got
Okay.
a little freckle.
Okay. Yeah, a couple freckles.
So you like Suits? You?
I like Suits. I like You. It has to be like a deep
You is scary.
thought. It is
It's super
so
You is
creepy.
too much.
It's so creepy.
I couldn't do it. Someone told me I didn't watch any of it.
I'm here for it. I was here for it. all the
I didn't
seasons.
get the last one because I was like, I'm over it. Like how
The
much?
last
I
one was
think one
weird.
season's enough. Like
Yeah.
we know you're insane. You're a sociopath. Like we got it.
And now
You're-
she is too.
You're
like,
never gonna stop. So it's it's giving. We can move on.
Let's get ready to move on.
Yeah.
Also,
Yes.
we wanted to throw out the note, right? Because Starla and I have been dibbling and dabbling about if we wanted to start a podcast, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I should.
But so here we were like,
Oh,
we're
the
gonna
names.
ask.
Oh,
We're gonna
we're
ask
doing
them. Let's
this?
just ask,
Okay.
right? We
Oh,
were
I
thinking
love
we could
this.
be housewives of entrepreneurship.
Ooh,
Okay.
I like that.
Would love your
Especially
feedback.
especially because y'all call each other wives.
Exactly.
I love that. Yes.
Yeah. My husband liked the idea.
My husband
Someone
was like,
did
no,
not.
it's shady.
Yeah.
But we
But-
were also thinking about
But
the
that's what
businesses that they
housewife.
have.
That's the brand.
Exactly.
But they also promote their business. I mean, Candy
Yes.
is always product.
all they do.
You know, thing after
Because
thing.
Candy figured it out. You're paying me to promote my business.
Yeah.
That's exactly what
Yeah.
it is. That's what I thought they went on there for.
Yeah.
Not all the girls.
Well,
Listen,
the
let's
ones who
get
are
into it.
smart.
Some of them
Okay.
aren't.
Okay. We're ready.
Yeah.
Aren't housewives?
Let's just keep honest.
Just
For
real quick.
beautiful women, you don't have to be smart. You can do very well in this world without being smart.
You
Yeah.
can.
But for everybody else, you got to work.
Okay, well, you gotta
Thanks.
wake up and go.
Get to the money. I'm in agreement.
Yeah.
So what is the allure though? Like so, yeah, for the Housewives like franchise in general, like you know, you're
Yeah.
like what's it? How
I
do
just
they-
love. I think I really go for like Candy. I just like seeing her start another business. It just motivates me. You know how people watch Beyonce and they get hyped, like, "Ooh, Homecoming, Renaissance."
Yes.
Now I'm ready to go do my day. When I watch The Housewives, I'm like, "Okay, what Candy doing?" But now this season she's been a little messy. I'm like, Candy,
Uh-oh.
oh man, I know, and she's usually not like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's getting a little messy.
Ooh,
but
I can catch it because I just watched the last episode.
Okay.
So what did Candy do messy this
well,
season?
just bringing up the whole thing of did LaToya kiss Drew and
Oh, I
all
believe
that.
Candy. Candy don't belong.
Oh yeah, she doesn't lie, but then
She
she
don't
just
lie.
kept digging it in.
Because she was just, that's a little.
Was it kissing somebody else's man? Or?
A girl.
No, it was two
Girls
girls
kiss.
kissing. Because Drew's husband's
Well, why don't you
messing
mind your
up.
business though? Like, that's
Well,
that's
she
your
was minding her business, but then they were trying to call her a liar. You can't call Candy a liar.
Okay.
Oh, she got to
Then
bring
that's-
receipts.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't know.
And I can see that in me.
Don't
You
kiss
ain't
and tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow! So the only part I saw was I think I saw the first episode. It was in season. What is it? 15 or something crazy.
It's a lot.
But it was like somebody's birthday party. I think it was.
Shrek.
No.
Oh, there's a lot
it
of
was a
birthdays.
guy's birthday, his 40th birthday. He was the track stars. Wife.
Ross.
Yeah,
Sonya's
it was like a
husband.
40th birthday party. It was like a Harlem Renaissance party or something
Yes.
like that. And it was some drama, but it didn't include old girl who
No,
usually
it was
is
Sheree
Marlo.
and Martell.
Yes,
and,
these are all people.
Kenya.
Yes, these are all new people for me because
Okay.
until I didn't know. I didn't know
Kenya from the
Drew.
D.
Yeah, and she messy. She is messy. boo.
Kenya is one of my
Shady,
faves.
But
boy.
she's
Twirl.
Yes.
She's entertaining.
You
can
can't
say
say
what
she's not.
You know what's
She is.
crazy? Because it reminds me of like how feminism. Okay, so talk about modern feminism and all that stuff like that. I consider myself a feminist, but like I love beauty pageants.
Yes.
And that was the.
That's what it was
We'll give our
giving.
producer a moment.
Right.
It's so, and that's kind of how I feel about the Housewives. You know what I mean? Because it's supposed to be this thing where it's like this is like the opposite of, but but at the same time, you said they have businesses. Like this is giving a lot of women like, and also the fashion. They have looks in every
They
Look.
do
single.
come through with the looks.
Some of the looks are crazy.
I
Those.
mean,
It's aggressive though. Like even when you go to lunch, you gotta look like that. Like
You said it's a girl.
You're
Girl,
on
they ain't got nothing but
TV.
time.
I'm just like, it's not for. I'm not the dress up girl.
they're about that life.
I'm
You
not.
are the dress-up
This is-
girl.
This is the dress up girl, and she is literally like I'm the girl in sweatpants and a t-shirt, and I'm good. Like I'm happy, and I'll be in any space. Okay,
Right.
like I still bring my big brain. Okay,
I need to be in my sparkle
and
state.
she's like, let's be in our sparkle state. Like, so she has definitely elevated. Like, okay, I'm like, I guess I'll think about what I'll wear today. I guess I'll come with heels on. This is fine. And I feel like that is the whole thing of the Housewives. Like,
Yeah,
if you
for
didn't
sure.
come to serve, don't come.
They was talking about that girl's party that I didn't see the party, but they were talking about her little dry Jamaica patties and all this stuff. And so they were like, just, she didn't spend $100,000 on this
Well,
party.
that's what
like
happens
party
when
city
you come and play with the
decorations.
hoes. You can't come to play.
Okay.
They
Oh.
are just play. Okay, play how you want to.
Would y'all be on a show like that? Do you think you could be on a reality show?
I could be a regular, but I could do a star dance for sure.
I would want to,
can
but I
see
don't
that
think
for
my
you.
husband would let us. Yeah, I don't think he would be cool being
What about that
featured.
paycheck though? That always sways them though.
I know.
Because you be getting like,
now
You do
Right.
have points.
because I feel
Yeah,
like
that
starting
was the
off like
point.
back in the day it was like 100,000 just for a season. So now I know it's more than that.
He would need to be like, how many times I need to appear? Okay, 3
No,
times.
you don't
I'm
have
good.
to, because what's his name? Husband don't come on there. Who was sick with all the stuff? Robin's husband. This is Potomac. I switched over to Potomac.
Okay.
already.
Oh,
Yeah, I was like, because Juan.
Yeah, Juan be missing.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, he's
Let's just do a hard switch over to Potomac because they really
You get
brought
to
it.
Potomac?
I know the players, but not for
I
real.
barely
Okay.
know.
So it was so
Okay.
funny at the end of the reunion special. Andy's messy ass showed
He's so
some
messy.
unseen footage from Watch What Happens Live, where she was talking about his latest controversy, and it was about how some woman said she had a receipt from like a hotel room with him.
The excuse
Wait,
was
somebody
terrible.
husband?
I
Yeah,
was
so Robin
laughing,
Dixon,
literally
married
slapping.
to Juan Dixon. He's a basketball player, and supposedly there's been cheating rumors.
Former, he's a coach now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Former. Yes.
You better come with
I know.
that.
Yes, I love accuracy.
And so then, so apparently, someone DM'd her and was like, "I got receipts." Of,
Oh,
Yeah.
girl, you can't tell
What's
me
he
nothing about my
say?
man I don't already know.
And she's like, he just felt sorry for her because she was getting flued out. The dude left her hanging. And she
But
couldn't pay
why
for
am
the
I your
hotel
why are you
room.
the go-to
Why are you
person for
Why
that?
am I
Also, yeah.
Because let me tell you, a lot of hoes get flew out. They never call me.
Yeah, in real life. So they shouldn't write. Why did they have your number? I'm just confused.
Yes.
I'm confused. I'm confused.
A lot of hoes get pulled out and they never call
Call
me.
me.
And that's on period. You shouldn't be calling my man either.
No.
Like, were y'all friends before she got flued out?
And
Or
how? Why are y'all friends? Why are y'all even comfortable
What is
talking like
happening?
that?
Right. It just
happening?
it was given inappropriate. And it was like you got the feeling that this is something that they deal with in their relationship. Because apparently they had been married before and then divorced and now they're remarried, I guess.
And then there were some problems with he's just it's always something. There's always all this smoke, but she's like, there's no fire.
it makes me
Yeah,
think about
yeah.
what's not the housewife shows, but the other one with all the hip hop, Love and Hip Hop.
Love and hip hop.
God.
Yeah.
Y'all. Can we say
Do
a
you
moment
watch-
of silence for Love and Hip Hop? I just feel like it's so hood. Like, what's the point of y'all coming on here? Why are we fighting?
Where the
each
hip
other?
hop? They no love.
There's no hip hop.
There's
Ain't
or
no
no
love half
love.
the
But
time.
without love and hip hop, we wouldn't have Cardi B.
We would not have Cardi
I
B.
will
not,
say that
yeah.
some of the girls really do leverage. I think that's the most
It's a
positive thing that
springboard.
comes out is that if you are really about your business and you really do have some kind of like talent there that
Yeah.
you're willing to work for, you can use that as a springboard. She did.
agree.
I mean, she's probably one of the best examples.
She is. And Jocelyn, y'all, don't be forgetting
Yeah.
about Jocelyn.
And
Jocelyn's
Spice.
a messy self.
Spice, she was
Was
nominated
she
for a
on
Grammy.
She was
She's
on
on Love and Hip Hop Miami
Yeah,
right
I
now.
heard
that.
I know
I
I've
haven't
been
seen it,
reality binging, so.
Yeah.
Look at me, I don't
So would you be on? I'm curious.
Would I be on? I'm too hood because you're not about to put nobody's finger in my face.
That would you be perfect.
But
I was
it
about
might
to
not
say,
even
I
get
feel
there.
like-
You know
Why
what
don't
it
you just go
is.
straight for the drum? It may not even get to that
No,
point.
because-
Oh,
It's
actually, let's do a break.
Yeah, you
Okay.
guys, we're
Yeah.
getting into
Okay.
it so
Yeah,
hard
we're
right
gonna do a
now.
break real quick.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
be right back.
Welcome back from the break, everybody.
Hey.
All right. You guys, are y'all having fun or?
Oh my
best
God,
time.
yes. Drinks were
mean-
drinking. It was delicious.
Combo was comboing during the break too.
I'm
Oh,
gonna say
yes.
you guys are delightful.
Oh, you guys
Very
are the
much.
best.
Very, very much. We're having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But sadly our time is coming to an end. So I wanted to, thank you guys again for being here. And also wanted to give you guys an opportunity to shout yourselves out and let people know how they can connect, create, and collab with you.
Okay. Well, for Create Connect Collab, you can find us everywhere. That's createconnectcollab.com. Our website, Instagram. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn. Holla at us. For me personally, Starla K. Mathis everywhere. StarlaKMathis.com and Mathis Media as well. Mathis-media.com.
You can follow me at Lativa, L-A-T-E-V as in victory, A, Wolfwork on all platforms. You can follow me on LinkedIn, Instagram, all the social media, Salt Bay things. Other than that, you can find us at Create Connect Collab. We would love to connect with you. We would love to create, connect, and collab with you guys.
I
Yes.
love the name, by the way. There's so much you can do with it. I love it. That was very smart. Yes, it's so good.
Lovingly CCC.
And it's super applicable to a lot of stuff. Again, I want to thank you guys. Like, this has been a
thank
lot of
you
fun. We could
guys.
do this all day. But,
Literally.
we got, extenuating
got stuff to do.
circumstances. Yeah, we got to wrap it up.
They
But
call.
absolutely. So, friend, do you have anything you want to share with the people before we get out of here?
This is gonna air on Wednesday, and it's hot. Listen, people get crazy when it's hot. Just go inside, okay?
That's true. Take a
Cool
nap.
off. It's not that deep.
Oh, wow.
Your
Yeah.
body belongs to you,
It's very, very true. Oh, we got to spin the wheel real quick.
and we need to spin the.
Let's spin this. We'll spin it. Okay. All right. Look at this. So we are gonna have another guest this upcoming week, you guys. The foodie guy. If you're in Indy, you know who he is. He's all over the place. He reviews restaurants locally, and we're gonna be talking about the 5 love languages, which is the book he picked. So that should be fun. Mr. Chapman. I forget his first name. The author.
Don't say
You
that. Just say
know.
Mr. Chapman.
Mr.
Yeah.
Chapman.
That's
Cult
a
leader
great book.
confidence.
It is.
That's a great
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. So
Looking
we're gonna
forward
talk
to
about
it.
that and love languages and how it kind of goes into food a
Are you
little
gonna
bit.
reread it? I've read it before. Are you gonna reread it?
I'm rereading it now because I
Ooh,
forget
we'll see
stuff
what I
all
do.
the time.
Yes.
I forget stuff. So yeah, I'm revisiting it just so it's fresh. But I'm really looking forward to collaborating with him, which is super dope. Thank you again, ladies.
Thank you
for
guys
having
Oh my
so
us.
much
gosh,
for
it's
having
been so
us.
much fun.
You guys were so awesome.
Thank
So
you.
well
Thank
prepared.
you.
Like the
You guys
questions
were
were
awesome.
fire.
They were fire.
You two and the
Such
sisterhood is
love.
fire, and they look good.
Well,
okay.
we try.
Gorgeous.
Period.
Yes, and thanks again to Media Inc.
That was one of
for
my
shouting us
quotes.
out.
You can be anything you want as long as you dress for it.
Oh, it's like dress for success.
Y'all,
Boom.
the quotes we're quoting today.
The quotes we're quoting, you guys. But yeah, thanks to Media Inc., you guys, for hosting us
Thank you.
today. Thank you so much. And I think we're gonna leave it right there, you guys. Welcome. Not welcome. We'll see y'all later.
You're
See you
welcome.
next time.
Opposite
You're
of
welcome.
Welcome.
The opposite. Goodbye.
Thanks.
Before we go, we must give thanks to Urban Nerd for providing our music, and legal services were handled by Trezanae M. Atkins. If you like what you heard, please feel free to join us every Wednesday for another fake-ass book club. Cheers.
Thank you guys for listening. You can check us out at thefabpodcast.com. Please subscribe, rate, and review our podcast wherever you're listening right now. We want to hear from you. Come put it in our life. Thanks again, and until next time, peace, love, and the Fake Ass Book Club. We out.